Hello, good evening. It is about almost 8 p.m. and the sun is setting, and I'm admiring the Clematis. Piilu is this the one, and I've got it planted with another Clematis called Westerplatte. And I think in one of the previous video I talked about cutting it back because it's so vigorous. And also I've got just one trellis, and I think it's overwhelming the trellis with planting so many clematises together. So I cut it all the way back in the spring, hoping that it will grow not as vigorous, but it just seems like it's not gonna be stopping anytime soon. So this is the time when it blooms for me, when I do cut it back. And like I said, normally I don't cut it back, but this year in the spring I cut it all the way back to about 6 inches from the ground. And this is all new growth this year. So it's just amazing how clematis is, I think that's how you say the plural form of it, can grow once it's fully established. So normally people say first year they sleep because they're still putting growth into the root, and then second year they start to creep growing up, and then after the third year they leap. So this is a prime example of clematis once it's fully established, at least 3 years in the ground, and it can grow so vigorous and leap up, even though it was cut all the way back to 6 inches above ground. But yeah, so as you can see that the new flowers, the new growth that put out new flowers on the new growth, they're a little bit smaller, and they are not doubled like the ones that come on that grow on the old stems. So if you don't cut them all the way back, the old growth will push out the flowers. So usually I get those earlier in the season, so not late June like now, but I tend to get it earlier, like mid-June or early June. That's when I get the flush of growth of the Piilu on the from the old growth, and they tend to be double, and they're very, very pretty. But I didn't do that this year. So you can see that the Piilu, their flowers are a little bit smaller, but they're more profuse, and there are many of them on the stems. So you can see that this is here that I've got the flowers, but right here there's not a lot of buds forming, but higher above you see there's more buds that are about to open. So in the next week or two they were probably going to finish opening up, and then what I might do then is I would cut it all the way down to the ground again, or maybe to about 1 or 2 foot off the ground, and let them flush back out again, and then push out a new set of growth with new flowers later on in early fall or the end of August, September or so. So that's sort of how I normally treat these, and they turn out fine, I think. But the thing is, down here you can see there's hardly any flowers, so I might have to plant, because I had some tulips down here, but now that they've sort of died out and gone, this area looks kind of bare, so I might have to consider planting something that kind of grows up and then flowers here, especially now when the clematis put out new blooms. So if I plant something here, that would then kind of bloom and then kind of block this part here where there's hardly any flowers forming there. I guess I could do, I don't know, I have to consider something. I need something red here, right? Something red here. So maybe I can do the penstemon that I have. I can plant another penstemon here and let it kind of grow here and flowers there, or something else, I guess. But yeah, and that's it. So thank you for watching the video, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, and push the like button if you want to see more videos like this. And yeah, now I will see you next time. Have a good evening. Bye bye.